Hey there, guys. We're here today with a 2006 7-day roguelike known as Escape from Mount Drash. Some of you may be, or Mount Drash RL, as you see here. I've seen the creator call it Escape from Mount Drash in his own YouTube update. Some of you might recognize the name Escape from Mount Drash, or even just Mount Drash, as deriving from Ultima, the Ultima series by Richard Garriott. Mount Drash is referenced at least in one of those games, and there was a sort of spin-off game from the Ultima series, called Escape from Mount Drash, which I know is available for the Vic-20, and I'm not sure it was available for much else. Everything I've seen about it seems to point at the Vic-20. I could be wrong about that, though. So we're about to begin our sojourn into the 7DRL contest of 2006. At present, let's see how many there are here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There were 13 victorious, or successful, a better way to put it, 13 successful games made for the 7-day roguelike contest of 2006. Of them, I have managed to track down 100%. I've managed to track down 10 of them. 100% was the wrong phrase. With 100% certainty, I have tracked down 10 of the 13. There are 2 at present that I cannot locate. King of Moyup by Joseph Hewitt and Valley of Gehinnom by Conjin. I have got some feelers out. It may come to pass. We'll locate them, but at present I don't know how. There's a third in that batch, Happy Hunting by Jude Hungerford, which we may or may not have located. I've found it, perhaps, but the game I've found is called Arid. It feels like Happy Hunting may have evolved into Arid. I'm not sure. The gentleman who runs Archive RL has come to the same conclusion, so I'm not really sure. We'll figure it out. At any rate, today's we're looking at is Mount Drash RL by none other than Slashy, Santiago Zapata, the same gentleman who made Castlevania RL. We've talked about him a few times. He's a definite mainstay of the roguelike scene. He is the second place, as far as I can tell, compared to Jeff Lade in terms of how many 7-day roguelikes he's made over the years. He has made 12 out of the 13 roguelike 7-day roguelike competitions there have been. He has entered into 12, so that's pretty damned impressive. Alright, let's start a new game and see what we can see our story by pressing the letter A. Let's go into our game itself. It's a Java-based game, just so you know. Let's just moving this game to the side. Okay. Pressing A. Type in a name. What shall be our name? In the game you played the Avatar, who is the central character from the Ultima series. My avatar was usually named Jeff Sin because it wouldn't let you type in the full letters. So we're going to call this Jeff Sin, even though there should be a space in there. I can't make one. Jeff Sin. Because that was my avatar's name. My actual name is Jeff Sinasak. It wouldn't let me put in the full name to the Ultimate games. Okay, enter. Male. Here's the history so far. The battle with the evil wizard Mondane was long and hard. The final showdown in the bounds of time and space barely left you energies to keep on foot. Still, the gem was shattered and the piece returned to Sorceria. It's actually Sauceria. He's misspelled it a few times in here. The actual location of Ultima 1 through 3 was Sauceria. No R after the O. With your vanishing breath, you headed to the time machine. The time to rest was close. You were going back home, perhaps watch some TV and go to vacations to a Caribbean island. You boarded the machine and activated the 4 crystals. The ancient device turned on, the door closed, and the feeling of being stretched and swallowed inside the current of time and space got a hold on yourself. His syntax is a little unusual for English speakers. He's not native English, I've determined, just from several of the things he's written. I'm not quite sure where he's from, but he has a very good command of the English language for a non-native speaker. Then, all of a sudden, a green flash lit all the cockpit. A wicked smile boomed around. Again, not quite sure. I think he means a wicked laugh. Boomed around, and the crystals shattered. The device seemed to crack apart. The last thing you saw was a relieving. It was Sauceria, high above the clouds. Not your place, but better than drifting away forever in the void. You passed out. It has been months since that happened. Now you are imprisoned inside a cell. Nobody told you why you are alive, but they are keeping you alive. Finally, today, you started to realize what this was all about. You were taken out of your cell and given a gauntlet with room for 2 gems. You saw yourself for a last time in a giant screen. There were cameras all around the place. Then, the voice. Coming from all places and no place. Stranger from another world. Fight, entertain us, and win your freedom in this, the Garantrot's arena. The name Garantrot's is vaguely familiar to me. I'm not sure if it's a play on Garriott, the Richard Garriott, the creator of Ultima. And I'm not sure if it was actually ever used in the Ultima series or if Mr. Zapata has invented it for his purpose, but it does have a vague ring of familiarity to me. I can't place it. Press space to continue. You hear a choir of spectators. You are in the game. You fight for them to laugh for a while and then see you die. And there is no way back. Here we are. Okay. Now, I may have to peruse the manual occasionally as we do this. I played a couple of games prior to diving in with you guys. And there's a lot here. There's especially in terms of how you develop your character, this game seems extremely evolved. We're not playing the 7-day roguelike version, by the way. This is version 0.32. I believe it is the final version that ever came out. And it says here at the bottom, at least 0.32 manual, February 12th, 2007. So it would have been a year or so after the 7-day roguelike competition. I did see he wrote online somewhere as well. Let's just take a look at that so that we're all on the same page here. Mount Drash. Give me half a second. Alright. In the 7-day roguelike version, there was no way to access the different weapons or armor. An updated version was released on July 5th, 2006. It added line of sight items on the floor and enhanced UI and combat. After a lot of work and 3 playtesting versions, a very updated version 0.3 came out, which added a lot of things, including 8 circles of magic, lots of spells, combat maneuvers, a graphics interface, music, and many more things. Later on, it was 0.31 and 0.32, each one polished to the valuable playtesters, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a very evolved gameplay. It was evolved only over the course of a year, but it is evolved, just so you know. This wasn't the original game. Okay. Let's just explore this area first, because I've done this when I played before, and let's just flesh it out. Use the numpad to move. The 8 cardinal directions, 5 passes your turn. I'm sure of that. I don't know if there's if this is purely a decorative area, because watch, I'm gonna go over here. You bump into the automatic door, which is closed. I'm not sure if this is just implying, okay, you're coming out of your cell and where you're gonna go. This part is definitely pre-made. There's no procedural generation to this. The graphic tile set you're looking at is very, very reminiscent of the Ultima series, roughly circa Ultima 5, I would say. The music as well is in some cases 100% recognizable from the Ultima series for myself, who played a lot of those games. Some of it I don't recognize, but that could mean it's from a spin-off game or something I didn't play, or it could mean it's not from that. To start the game proper, we want to step into this blue shimmering light. Okay, and right off the bat, we have gained I think he means a chance to pick an advancement, not a change to pick an advancement. So we can pick anything out of this. I took a very straightforward path last time, and I'm going to duplicate that because it worked. I got down to dungeon level 11. Yeah, it seemed to work. So we're going to take Temper by pressing G. Gives us attack +1, break +1, integrity +5, evade points +5, and combat +5. As near as I can figure, attack +1, yeah, it has to do with combat. Integrity, I think, is your health. I think. Not entirely sure. Evade points gives you a chance to dodge incoming attacks as long as you have break points. This gives you break points. They diminish while you're in combat, as far as I can tell, and they come back slowly when you're out of it. Not sure what this quite does. Alright. Let me also, sorry, move this a bit. Okay. Yeah, we'll take G. Okay, we're here in the combat right off the bat. Just so you can see it, let's press the question mark key. There's a lot of commands here. A to attack. You can just bump to attack as well. It works. Drop an item with D. E to equip an item. You can only have one accessory ready at a time, just so you know. F is fire, if you have like a bow or perhaps a wand, I don't know. G to get an item on the ground. R to reload an item. Capital R to ready a secondary weapon. I never used that. That's interesting. Maybe I'll try that this time. S is your skills. We'll take a look at that in a second. Use is to use an item like a potion, etc. Capital U to unequip. T for tactics, switches normal and brave tactics. Not a freaking clue what that means. Nothing in the manual about it that I can see. But maybe I'm not quite grasping it. I'll check in between games here. This will probably be longer than a 30-minute game if I fare all right. Etc., etc. Let's go ahead and press space. Okay. Right off the bat, we have a bat to our north and a... not called a beholder. It might be a spectator, I forget what it's called in this game. Let's kill them. We swing our weapon. The giant bat dodges the attack. The giant bat claws me. The giant bat hits me. The giant bat claws me. My leather armor absorbs the blow. You can see the integrity, I think, of the armor just dropped. I think it was at 10, but I'm not sure of that. It could be that the armor itself, as it takes damage, as it absorbs blows, gets damaged. And I believe this stands for coverage, like how much coverage it's providing us. There's so many terms in this game, and again, the language barrier makes it a bit tricky to understand everything. Wow, that guy's outsawing outside again. The floating orb bites you. You dodge the incoming attack. Let's, fuck. Not a good start. Alright, we killed those things. You can see we took some damage. We're down to 61 out of 65 health. Our evade is at 26 out of 35. Let's see if that comes back as we pass time. 40% chance. I'm not sure what that is. This is our mana, I know for sure. That's the spells we can cast. We have a score of 25. This is our armor. Leather. It is integrity 8. Coverage of 16, I believe. We're using a dagger, which has an attack rating of 4. Or our total attack rating is 4. Let's take a look at our eye. Pardon me. Eye for inventory. It has an attack rating of 3. And 60%, whatever the fuck that means. I've been taking that to mean 60% chance to hit. But I don't know. And we have attack rating of 1 because of our ability we just took, the Tempers. That's why we have attack 4 on that front page. That's about all I can tell you right now. You can also see here, if you go to the inventory, it tells you what the things do. Like the yellow potion is a yellow potion of healing. The red potion is a red potion of mana. But if you go to, say, use... Let's try that. Let's leave this area by pressing space. No, by pressing escape. By pressing space. Okay. Let's go to use. Here it doesn't tell you what the things do. This is a weird little oversight. Like, it took me a while to realize there was a way to find out what things do. Let's pick up this gold. I'm also going to use a torch right away because, god damn this guy outside with this saw. Because you do have a limited inventory amount. And, Jesus Christ, this guy. For instance, we're looking at 4 torches. You can see torch times 4 right here. That is taking up 4 inventory slots. It's not just that. It's not like Moria where they all stack in one slot, and therefore this is one thing. This is 10 inventory slots absorbed by all these things. So we're going to use a torch right now to get rid of it. I don't find them that useful, and we're going to need inventory slots eventually. So let's go out of here. Space. Press U. Use B. What does that do? It lets us see a little further. I don't know if you noticed, but it was a little... We could see out to about here before. Now we can see an extra, at least 1 square, maybe 2. Might let us prepare for monster attacks a little better. Let's just move this off to the side. You light the torch, the arena looks brighter. I assume it has a time span. There's a torch laying there. There's a snake, a bunch of gremlins. Interesting. My last game, I didn't see gremlins until like way into the dungeon, so I don't know if it's completely random, or if the fact that I did well in the first arena, or first time playing, means I'm... or second time playing, it means I'm having a rougher game to begin with. Let's attack them with some skills by pressing the letter S. The only skills we have at the beginning are these 2 spells. Prayer. Prayer, it says something in the manual about can help you out. Let's even look. Let's treat this like we were playing Moria. Let's give you all the details we can. Prayer. Right up here. In the null circle. Everybody starts out with these 2 spells. If you want access to more spells, you got to evolve your character towards that. Prayer. Use it when you are endangered to request aid from the heavens. It takes 1 mana point. That's what the bracket 1 means. Remember, you must earn this aid by diving deeper into the arena, else you may be in a worse situation than you originally were. I only used it once in my last game and I couldn't tell what it did, but presumably by that sentence, it can backfire. Magic Missile, on the other hand, takes 2 mana. A basic attack spell, which is very useful to dispatch enemies before they come into attack range, materializes a small bolt of energy. Okay, let's use B. And it gives us this this targeting thing. It automatically selects a monster. We can move it however we want, though. If we wanted to, we could hit the snake, say. But we're not going to. Let's hit this guy. The guy that gave it to us. And you press, I think, space to fire it? Yeah. Hortus Fuego is the words we chanted, apparently, according to this. The gremlin evades the magic missile, so I didn't hit him. Let's just take him on with our dagger. Oh, fuck. We're not doing very well. You swing your weapon. The gremlin dodges the attack. The gremlin bites you. You dodge the attack. The gremlin bites you. You dodge the attack. I think that's why I move. When you see me jump like that, I think it means I'm dodging. B. Hortus Fuego. I got that guy. Alright, he's dead. What is our objective in this? We are in an arena. The arena of the Garantrots, I guess. Whoever they are. In general, on each level, your primary objective is to leave the level. As I said, I got to Drash Arena level 11. I don't know how many levels there are, though. I don't know what the ultimate end game goal is, like how far you have to go before it ends. Kind of like his other roguelike, Castlevania RL. Not his only, he has many other roguelikes, but kind of like Castlevania RL. Jesus, these monsters that I'm seeing here, the Necromancers as an example, they did not appear on level 1 for me in the last game. They appeared really deep in the game. So, again, I don't know if that's just coincidence, or if it's, making the game more challenging because I did alright. Let's take this yellow potion. Let's cast Magic Missile again. You can watch my mana right here. It does take 2 mana points every time I cast it. But I might as well use it. Or I'm not going to last. Alright. What is it called? Not a spectator. A orb. Floating orb. Again, the graphics are so reminiscent of the Ultima series. Up to Ultima 5. At Ultima 6, they drastically changed the graphics. Now, this thing to my north is a mana pool of some sort, I believe. Is it because it's got the red basin and the blue water. If I step on it, I'll get back 20 mana points. There we go, we're back to 40. We have all our mana points back. I could pick up those torches. I'm not going to bother right now. I'll grab them later if I need them. Monsters do not appear to reappear on levels. We could exit right here. That's the exit from the level, by stepping in there. On some levels of the arena, you need to have a gem to activate that. I don't think you do on the first few levels. At least I didn't before. Who's to say? You don't get experience for killing monsters. Instead, it's every few levels that you reach, you get to level up your character by choosing new abilities for him. Or her. Jesus, I'm really doing badly. Let's get this yellow potion. It's a healing potion. That's why I want to wander the level a bit, is let's see what we can find in terms of better things. There's another dagger. Let's take a look at our stuff. Dagger still attack 360%. The leather armor, you can see the integrity is down to 5 out of 10. Now, if this functions as, for example, as Caverns of Zascasian 2, then what it would mean is that the leather armor will serve you until its integrity is down to 0. But I don't know if that's the case, because and it would function normally until then. But if you look right here, you can see integrity 5. Coverage is down to 10%. I believe it was at 20% when we started, and we are at 5 out of 10 integrity. And the defense is 20. So perhaps the coverage begins equal to the defense, but as the integrity takes damage, the amount of defense it provides goes down. That is my guess, based on what I'm seeing. And yes, this is a far harder game than it was the first time around already. Or the second time. The first time I just got my ass handed to me because I didn't know what I was doing. That rat's dead. Bunch of rats. Oh, rats all over again. We may have to use a health potion soon, which I'd be loath to do, but I'll do it obviously if it looks like we're in danger. Alright, they're dead. Let's go back and get some of our mana. These only work once, obviously. Yeah, we're back to full. I guess I shouldn't have grabbed that second one yet. You can see your map as well. Shift M, capital M, brings up the map. It is, it does appear to be procedurally generated, using some sort of cellular automata, as far as I can tell. I don't know if you're hearing that grinding noise outside or not. My neighbor is apparently destroying his house. I don't know. Building something. Alright, we might as well grab these for now because we have the space. I think we've searched the level. We didn't find much here. Let's take a look at our M again. Yeah, that's the level. So let's head over to the pink dot, which is our exit from the level. Nothing else to find here. Alright, when we step on it, we'll go to level 2. There we go. Hey, there's something. Let's go get it. There is a leather here. I think it means leather armor. Breastplate. Inventory. This one in C, we have defense 20 and integrity 10 out of 10. A padded leather vest. Let's equip that. Let's actually, first of all, the integrity is down to 2 out of 10, or 20% on our current. 20% of defense 20 would be what, 4? And the coverage is 4. So that is exactly how it works. The integrity lowers as your armor takes damage, and the amount of coverage it provides lowers. How the actual, maybe it only blocks 4% of incoming damage or 4% of attacks. I don't know. In any event, let's equip something different. Let's E for equip, and press D for the new leather. So we took off the old leather, we're carrying it. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that was the end. I thought we were blocked in. Okay, we're gonna use a damned health potion. There are other ways to heal. I didn't want to do that unless I had to, but we'll do it for now. Here's a better weapon, maybe. Let's get this hand axe. There is a nice, I gotta admit, a very, very nice leveling up of the items you find as you go along. I was really impressed with the slowness with which they dispense themselves last time I played. So we're using currently a dagger, which has attack 3 and 60%, whatever that means. Maybe that's, again, the chance to hit. Don't know. But the hand axe has attack 3, 70%. Let's use that. Let's E for equip, D the hand axe. There is this break here as well. Remember, as long as we have break points, we can potentially evade. But when our break points drop, we can't evade anymore. Let's keep an eye on that so that we can see if we can figure out anything more about this game. I've done my best to figure out what I can from the manual and from experimentation, but it's kind of confusing again, partially because of a language barrier and partially, I shouldn't say a barrier, partially because of Santiago, Mr. Zapata's use of English is sometimes slightly confusing to me. Not bad, it's certainly far better than, likely than my abilities in whatever his native tongue are. I can speak passable French, but that's about it. Let's grab this. There's an iron hammer here. Let's take a look at that. Attack 4, 40%. So it has a better attack rating, but a lower percent, whatever the fuck that is. Let's try using it. Equip. G. I don't know what that means. Did that affect our evade? Oh man. We can get some health here. Let's get this guy first with some spells. Magic missile. Magic missile. Magic missile. Finally killed somebody with it. You feel much better. We got some health out of that. You had like 20 health, I believe. I didn't quite notice. Perhaps you did. Let's use another torch because we're carrying this crap and we're going to end up ditching it anyway. I can see a little further now. We could just leave here. Let's get this. But we want to find better like armor and weapons and crap. Maybe another one of those healing basins would be nice too. This is a red potion that restores our mana if we drink it. Carry that for now. Our break is currently at 3. Does it just stay down? Is it as your weapon takes, gets degraded? Is that the equivalent? As your weapon gets degraded, you can't parry, as an example? Is that what that's implying? Let's see if it comes back. I thought it said something in the manual about the possibility of it coming back, but I'm not seeing that so far. Get some more health back. That's nice. We're back to full. Without having to resort to another potion. Grab this because we can for the moment. Can we? No. What did it say? You have many things already to pick up the torch. It means too many things. Let's take a look here. That seems to be the map. A little bit in the center. We'll pass through that center area out as we go to the exit. How are we doing for time? We got another 5 minutes, then we'll call it quits on this game for now, and we'll come back with another video later. Perhaps when my neighbor stops building a fucking house. Alright. In here. You have gained a chance to pick an advancement. My tactic last time was just to keep going with temper for a while. I think we're going to do that again. Now, when I say that, I'm kind of cheating you, the viewer, out of some of these things, because this is passive. As far as I can see, temper is passive. It gives us a bunch of bonuses, but we're going to play the game the exact same way. Versus if we took like charge or corner, these are actual different strategic attacks you can use. Corner, for instance, if you have the corner skill, as far as I can tell, it's automatically, if you have the corner skill, you can do this. That when a monster is against a wall and you attack, you do like double damage and it has half a chance to evade. That's pretty cool. Charge lets you attack enemies if you can run at them from a far distance, but I found it didn't work very well because they're moving towards you too, and I didn't. My first game I tried that and it sucked for me. Evasion, by moving on diagonals, you can sort of increase your evasion for a bit. I'm not quite sure how it works. And there's, of course, gain access to new spells. If we grab this, instead of just the magic missile and the prayer, we could have sleep and something else. But I'm going to stick with temper for now. It worked for me last time. You can get up to level 5 temper, I believe. Okay, that is an archer. He can shoot us. Let's head towards him, and then we'll grab this buckler from beside us. Okay, we got lots of stuff here to grab. Let's get this. Can we get it? We have many things. Let's use another torch to free the spot. Okay. I didn't notice our sight range increasing. I hope it did. Let's get the buckler. Now let's equip the buckler. It has defense 10, integrity 30 out of 30. You can see it. Well, you can't see it here. I guess you can see our leather, but if you go to our inventory, we can see it. This is down to 6 out of 10, which presumably means it's giving us 12, right? And 12 is correct. Our iron hammer has got break 4 again. Maybe it's per level. Maybe it comes back after each level. Let's get these boots. Let's get him with a spell first if we can. We're running out of spells. Alright, our mana is done for now. Okay. Let us drop one of our torches. They don't seem to be doing much for us. And let's get these boots. Now if we go to our inventory, you can see what it is. Boots, where are they? Iron boots prevents paralysis. So let's equip those. They count as an accessory. You can only have one accessory. So if you find an amulet or something later, you have to take off your boots. It's a game mechanic. It works well. I think it's a cool game mechanic. Keeps it simple. Well, let's go exploring. Don't need that health thing yet. Let's see what it looks like on the map. So that yellow dot is something to come back to later to get our health back up. Either before we leave the level, if we're we have no spells, so we might as well just go fight it. Another dagger? What crappy weapons. Did we get it, or we... Oh, we got it, okay. Must have used something, I don't remember what we used. I was saying, like Santiago's one of his other roguelikes, Castlevania RL, the game is very creature heavy. The combat, like walking around killing monsters, is a central component of the game. Now, maybe that's true of all roguelikes, I'm not sure, or most roguelikes, I don't know. It seems to me like it's his games seem heavier on the combat than other games. This is a trilithium crystal. Can we pick it up? Somebody likes Star Trek, eh? Yeah, we can pick it up. My best guess, we try and use that right now, it says, use G. You don't find a use for the trilithium. I think it's used to recharge wands. I don't have a solid basis for that. I have found a wand later on. I know you can reload weapons. I don't know. I couldn't find another use for it. It's not the kind of gem you need to, say, power the exit. I thought it was at first. Let's grab this if we can. That hammer. Okay, let's drop a dagger. We have 5 of them, for fuck's sakes. We don't need 5 daggers. Let's get this. I don't even know if we need these. Like, if the break constantly comes back. I thought the break, in my previous game, I was thinking the break was going down and making the weapon weaker. But if it keeps coming back, then we don't need a ton of weapons. Our leather's getting pretty shitty. Let's equip our new leather. There. Protect us a little. Another buckler. Oops, we don't have any spells, so let's just let this guy come to us. Can we get this? Nope. Let's drop another dagger. Let's grab this, we can get 20 health out of it. Yeah, 68. That helped. We don't need this one yet, though. Still no mana. I don't want to use potions right now if I don't have to. I don't think we need them yet. We'll see if we find like another mana basin that we can refill our mana in, or if we just get off the level and we're like, we don't need it. That might be the level. Is that it? No, a little bit down to the south here on the west side. We'll head down to the next level, and then we'll call it quits right there. Just finish exploring this a little bit, in case there's something hella awesome over here. There's not. Okay, down to the next level. And this is what we're going to call it for now, guys. I don't know what the hell this is. That's pretty cool. We'll check it out soon. Alright, I'm done for now. Let's see how do we quit and save. Capital S to save the game. Overwritten by the space to continue thing. Let's try, I think it's capital S. Shift S. Save your game? Yes. Saving. I will await your return. Press space to continue. Okay, so save also means exit. It says exit to DOS. Even in 2005, when this was made, DOS would have been a fairly ancient memory. I'm guessing that was an intentional holdover as a nod of the head to the early Ultima games, which is pretty cool and classy. Let's also look at as Journey Onward. Journey Onward also is, that's how you load a game, I'm guessing. That's how it worked in all the Ultima games. You journeyed onward to continue playing. Let's check out our high scores. You can see here, my first round, Jeff, 65. Lasted 59 turns, got killed by a giant rat on level 1. But Bobby Sue, last score of 38.45, lasted 29.84 turns, killed by a carrion creeper on level 11. Let's hope we can do better than that at least. Vanquished Mondane on level 0. I'm assuming Vanquishing Mondane... I don't know if Vanquish Mondane implies that is our ultimate goal, because Mondane should be dead after Ultima 1. This game appears to take place immediately after Ultima 1, before Ultima 2. So I don't know if it implies we're trying to kill Mondane again, or if it's meaning at the start of the game you vanquished Mondane. You're the hero of that. Alright, we're out of here. See you guys. D, exit to DOS. Hello, DOS.